You know, guys, this is one of the videos that made me happy, man. Why am I happy for seeing this video? Because finally I can see that I'm not the only person who is mad at South Africans with this whole thing of theirs of always clapping hands for politicians instead of holding politicians accountable, man. You know, when someone like Ramaphosa comes into our neighborhoods, or some of these ministers, they come into our neighborhoods and they give these useless speeches, you will see people clapping hands for these people. But as soon as these politicians leave, people will start talking about their problems again. And this is one issue that I've been talking about for such a long time, that I'm pissed off at South Africans, man. We need to stop treating politicians like kings and queens. We need to start holding these people accountable and not clap hands for them. Shout out to Neil de Beer, man, the leader of United Independent Movement, for seeing this thing that I've been talking about for such a long time. That South Africans, man, it's like they have amnesia. South Africans will tell you about how bad their infrastructure is. They will tell you about the fact that they live with the sewages. They will tell you that they don't have electricity in their homes. But I tell you today, if the Minister of Electricity comes to one of our neighborhoods and start giving a useless speech, people will clap hands for that minister. But as soon as that minister goes, people will start talking about the problems again. So why aren't people confronting politicians? Why are we not confronting politicians with the issues that we have in our communities? Why? Like I said, man, shout out to Neil de Beer, because I want you to hear about the meeting that Neil de Beer had, that he was supposed to meet with Bheki Cele. I want you to listen to the disgust in his voice, to these people who keep clapping hands for Bheki Cele when there is absolutely nothing to clap hands for. You look at our politicians, man, you look at the African National Congress, you look at all these guys that are running the country today. There's nothing to clap hands for. I'm not going to clap hands for the president. I'm not going to clap hands for any of these ministers. It is not going to happen because these guys are not working for us. Nothing is working for in South Africa, man. We have 60% of young people sitting at home. Most of those young people are graduates. 60% of people who are able to work, but they are not working. They are sitting at home. They are turning into drunkards and they are turning into drug addicts. And you have the president coming into our neighborhoods, giving the speeches, and you see people clap their hands. Man, I'm always disgusted when I see people do that, man. This is the same thing that I was talking about. You remember that video that I once did when... What is this name? What is the name of this guy, man? Why is it escaping me? Ian Cameron. You remember when Ian Cameron was confronting Bheki Cele? People were clapping hands because Ian Cameron was telling the truth. Ian Cameron was telling him that, man, you are not doing anything right now. We, as the communities, we are patrolling our own communities. We are putting our lives in danger and we are not being paid. We pay you to patrol the streets, but you are nowhere to be found. And people clapped hands for Ian Cameron because they understand that Ian Cameron was telling the truth. But as soon as Bheki Cele started shouting, "Shut up, you will not treat me like a garden boy," and making everything about race, people started clapping hands for Bheki Cele too. This is how people behave, man. This is kind of a behavior that I do not understand. I don't know where South Africans get this behavior, man. That it is okay for these guys to come to us and to tell us nonsense, and at the same time we clap hands for them. I don't know where South Africans get this mentality. So shout out to Neil de Beer, man. I want you to listen to what Neil de Beer is saying. And Neil de Beer, man, is so disgusted with these people, man. I am too. He's not the only one. I am too.
I was asked to come to a meeting where they will address and give papers to the minister, Bheki Tafeltjie Stoeltjie Cele. And when the people were there, yeah, I saw it. When he spoke, julle flippin' malmense. You went there to give him a document to tell him to act against farm murders when it is his bloody job. Waar sou u kom, man? You actually saw people standing around that man and clapping hands to this guy. Jou gat, man.
Facts. Your heart, man. Your heart, man. You know, in South Africa, we have a bunch of people in this country, and a majority of people in this country that are holding the country back. You know, in some other countries, man, politicians, it's hard for politicians to go to neighborhoods. It's hard. If you are familiar with the American politics, man, you would know that if something happens in Congress, the politician will have to explain that to their constituent back at home. Just like right now, the Republicans they don't know whether to vote for Jim Jordan or what. But those Republicans who won't vote for Jim Jordan will have to go back home to explain to their people why they will not vote for Jim Jordan when the people there in the United States want Jim Jordan to be the Speaker of the House. This is how politics work. You don't make it easy for politicians, man. But in this country, we make it easy for politicians. We don't care what the promises. We don't care about the promises of these people. These people can sit there and promise us heaven on earth. After 5 years or after they've been elected into power, they don't do nothing. And after 5 years, they come back to us. Just like now, the ANC is telling you about the 2019 Manifesto Review. 2019 Manifesto Review. These are the same people who made promises in 2019. They are coming back in 2023 to say, okay, we are reviewing all the promises that we made you in 2019. And guess what? We are going to make you more promises in 2023. We're going to review 2023 in 2029. In 2029, when we have elections again in South Africa, the ANC will be talking about it, 2023 Election Review Manifesto. That's what they will be talking about. Because we've made it so easy for these people to come into our communities, to give us useless speeches, and to simply go away, and we clap hands. This is the same thing that I was saying, like, guys, if you think that the ANC is about to lose power anytime soon, man, you are sadly mistaken. Clearly, you haven't seen people, or clearly, you haven't seen how people behave around the African National Congress. You haven't. Because if you have seen how people behave around the African National Congress, you will see that there is no way forward for South Africa. You will understand that there is no way forward for South Africa. Because it doesn't matter what these people say. It doesn't matter the promises they make. It doesn't matter that they break 99% of those promises. It doesn't matter. Our people will go to their meetings and they will clap hands for these guys. You know, guys, I think it's like, what, 3 weeks back? 3 weeks back, yeah. You know, guys, I think 3 weeks back, we attended a meeting in our neighborhood. So we have a mayor here in our neighborhood who likes to do these imbizos. But you know how ANC mayors are. They do the imbizos, but they don't allow the people to speak. So it's fine. So we went. So one of my friends came and said, "Man, let's go to this imbizo and to see the madness there." So I just went there to the imbizo to see exactly what's happening with these imbizos. I went there. I sat down, man. Guys, I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, the hall was fully packed. And the mayor was there, man, telling the people that, guys, next year, in August, you're going to have police station in that corner. You're going to have police station in a certain area. And these are the plans that have been made since 2003. That's what the mayor is telling the people. That these are the plans that have been made since 2003. And the people are clapping their hands. Because for some reason, they believe that in 2024, they're going to have a police station in their neighborhoods. The mayor is literally telling you that we've been speaking about this thing of building a police station for guys, from 2003 to now, man, how many years? 20 couple of years. He's telling you that we've been having these plans for over 20 years. We haven't built a single police station in that area that we've been talking about. But we are telling you that today we're gonna come and we're gonna build you that police station. And people were clapping hands. People were clapping hands for this mayor. Unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? They don't even ask about the budget. They don't even ask when they ask nothing. They simply clap hands. The same thing the communities there of Cape Town, the same thing the communities there did with Ian Cameron. Ian Cameron was fighting for the communities. Ian Cameron was fighting for the community, but guess what? The community turned around and they clapped hands when Bheki was shouting at him. Instead of the community being like, whoa, Ian Cameron is telling the truth. Ian Cameron has never disrespected you. Ian Cameron is telling you the truth. He's telling you that, guys, we are danger. We live in danger. People are being slaughtered in the streets. We are patrolling our own neighborhoods. This is what Ian Cameron is telling the minister of the police. And the people in the hall are clapping hands. But as soon as the minister starts shouting, "Shut up, you're not going to treat me like a garden boy," people started clapping hands. It is unbelievable, man. Just go back to that video, man, and watch that video of Ian Cameron and Bheki Cele. Go and watch that exchange. The same thing happened, you remember, I think it was last week, where the son of Steve Hofmeyer, Devon Hofmeyer, confronted Bheki Cele, like, man, you are doing nothing for the people here of Northwest. You are doing nothing. What is it that you are doing as a minister, man, to make sure that we can ensure our safety? Because if you fail to ensure our safety, just tell us so that we can patrol our own communities. You don't want us to take the matters into our own hands. But if now you are at the point where you are okay with us taking the matters into our own hands, tell us so that we can patrol our own streets. People were clapping hands for the son of Steve Hofmeyer. Black and white people, man, people were clapping hands for the son of Steve Hofmeyer. But it only took 20 seconds for a bogus, silly response from Bheki Cele for people to clap hands for him. This is the behavior that we have right now in our communities. This is the behavior that we have in our communities. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. In South Africa, man, we have huge problems, guys. We have a lot of problems, guys. It is not only the politicians. Right now, even our communities are behaving in... It's not only the politicians. It's not. Our people, man, we need to start calling out our people. It can't be. It can't be.
To this guy. Jou gat, man.
Fact.
This is the man that I have now for the past 3 years continually chastised, criticized, and asked for him to be removed. Now you stand there and you clap your hands when this guy, you like a seal, like you like a bloody penguin. You dum-dum. I don't care who you are. Not in my life. Never. Bheki Cele. Futsal. I will not give him an audience. I will not share a stage with him. He will not come 10 meters in front of me. You, sir, you are part of the government I'm removing next year. Even a mooi word. There's a new minister of police coming in this country, and that guy is coming with a new guns of Neverone and a sheriff badge of justice, appointed and anointed by God alleen, because you have overseen the largest crime perpetuation in this country. En jy dra jou hot en wie op jou hoed staan koffie. Coffee. Drink coffee with a cup. Huh? But you can't stop the murder.
Yes, you can't. You can't.
If you want to...
Man, Bheki Cele cannot stop anything in this country. Bheki Cele can't stop anything in this country. He can't. Crime is totally out of control in this country. Drugs, human trafficking, kidnappings, murder, rape, building hijacking. No borders, man. Like, man, I don't even know. Like, guys, you know, man. Guys, you know, man. You know, I don't like to explain these things every time when I do these videos, man. You know the kind of crime that we have right now in South Africa. No one is safe right now in South Africa. I don't care where you live. You are not safe. You are not. Crime is totally out of control in this country. And it is safe to say that the Minister of Police has failed. He has. He has failed. But you know what gives him the fire to wake up every morning? It's knowing exactly that when I go to a crime scene tomorrow and I give one of my useless speeches, people are going to clap hands for me. So according to the people, I'm doing a good job. That's how he sees it. That's how he sees it. There's no way. He doesn't see it otherwise. I don't care about the fact that the crime is totally out of control in this country. I am the Minister of Police. If they murder people tomorrow and I go to the crime scene and I give one of my useless speeches, people are going to clap hands for me. So that means that I am working for the people of South Africa. We have a problem, guys. We have a problem with South African voters. We have a problem with South Africans in general. We need to start talking to ourselves as a countryman. We need to start confronting these people, man, that are holding our country back. You see someone like Neil de Beer is telling the truth that there is nothing wrong that Neil de Beer has said. But for the fact that he is white, before you even know it, man, people are going to call him racist. I can tell you. I can guarantee you, man. People are going to call him a racist. Because a white man cannot call out a black leader. No, it doesn't matter, man, the circumstances. A white man will not call out a black leader. This is why Bheki Cele, when he was fighting with Ian Cameron, the first thing that he said is that you're not going to treat me like a garden boy. Suddenly people forget. You know what, guys, it was so funny because these are the people that are living in the communities that Ian Cameron was patrolling. And as soon as Bheki Cele said that you're not going to treat me like a garden boy, people started saying, yeah, you must shut out, you white boy, yeah, shut up, get out. The same, guys, these are the victims of the crimes in these communities. And they are shouting that Ian Cameron must shut up. Ian Cameron is like, guys, we have a minister here. Let's hold him accountable. Let's press him and make him understand that he's not doing his job. Bheki Cele only had to say that you're not going to treat me like a garden boy. People forgot everything. After that, people forgot that they are living with criminals. People forgot that they're being slaughtered in their own communities. They forgot about that. And I can bet you that as soon as Bheki Cele left, people started talking about the crime in their own communities. The same thing Ian Cameron wanted to address. Fuck! That is the same thing Ian Cameron wanted to address. But no, it was not enough. It was not.
Huh? But you can't stop the murder.
You can't.
If you want to delete me, chat. If you want to not disagree with me, go get yourself another talker, another politician, and another political party. Wat jou gat, man. I will not. Kom klap jou soos 'n Hansbors. This is a circus. This is not my circus, and definitely not my clowns. Julle moet nou dit mooi hoor vanaand. Sy gat. We will vote him out next year with the rest of the hyenas. So don't ask me ever again to attend a meeting waar julle staan en julle vragtig staan en klap hande vir die mens. Die woorde kom, daar kom my amitaal. Happy face. Hierdie mens maak my, wat maak julle daar?
Man, they make me mad, man. They make me mad, Neil. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel the same way.
You are coming to ask a person to please do his job and you hand him a memorandum and I teken, okay. I'm waiting to see the massive reduction on farm murders on Tuesday. The way that we sort him out is not by giving him a bloody job description or a KPI. You fire him. And if you're too scared to fire him, next year. Kom ek trein. Nou kom ek trein. Ja, nie, ek is mal. Hoor my. Justice will come, my God does not sleep.
Oh, guys. Hey, man, I'm so sick and tired, man, of South Africans, man. I'm sick and tired of South Africans. You know, it's so frustrating when you realize, when you suddenly realize that the problem is not the politicians. You know, when you realize that, you reach a new level of anger. The moment you understand that the problem is not the politician, the problem is the people. You reach a new level of anger. I'm sick and tired of South Africans. And come 2024, man, I believe that South Africans are going to disappoint us again. They're going to. So guys, please tell me what you think. Please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.